Hey everybody, me. I hope everyone has been doing okay. Um so like a couple weeks ago, I began my story dismantling Datavant. The issue that I have with it, that I've had with all of this, right, is that any story that I try to prepare, it just ends up hurting me. It hurts me because yo, people knew what they were doing and did it anyway on so many levels that like that's what the thing that bothers me so much is that like does it what would it take for you to recognize that you did something wrong? I can only imagine what their other relationships were, how they've been, or the way that I'm being treated is specifically because there's something about me or because it's me. And that sounds to me like discrimination. It sounds to me like harassment, you know? And it's so hard to get people to like face themselves these days, you know? Like you aren't just the content that you put out for other people to see, you know? You're the person that isn't, you're also the person that's behind the camera even though you're in front of it. You know, do you ever really get to face yourself? Or are you actively creating this identity that is pleasurable to you in the community that you wish to be a part of? Are you actively creating a persona? Yeah. So for whatever reason, whether it is something about me or because it's me, this is the person. That's the person they are to me, regardless of if it's one or the other. That is who they are. And that shit, it scares me. Because it's not just like the job shit, you know? It's a period of time that happened only a couple of years ago that this sort of like savage or like, one moment. This sort of like inhuman way that we've been treating each other is it's bussin'. Jesus. Ugh. I hate that word so much. But anyhow, yeah, man, the being inhuman to a person is the cool thing to do. And even though we wouldn't want someone to do it to us, we still find time to do it to another person. I don't want to be a part of that world anymore. I've seen it reflected in so many people. I actively look at myself in the mirror, and the mirror the mirror. Um, and I look at myself and I change the things that I don't like about myself. But I have had the history where I've told people about themselves, not in like a, well, if I've done it in a mean way, I'm sorry. But if you made me mad, you could understand why. I hope so. If not, you know, be well and take care, you know. But I want to be better, not have more money, not be able to flex more, you know. I want to be a better person. I want to be a decent human being. I don't think you need money to do that. I think you just need to have a desire to actuate fairness between you and whomever you come across. Simple stuff, you know. But I know that it costs a lot, doesn't it? It costs a lot. So I get it, you know. I understand. But I think if you don't, well, no, I'm not judging nobody. I know the cost is high, but it's worth it for me to pay. Having an honest life is important to me. And honest is quite literally being true to myself and being true to the people who I choose to have around me. I won't say that I don't owe anyone the truth. I think that's really weird. But like, I just don't have to talk to a lot of people. You know, the only people I really want to talk to are my lawyers, the family that I enjoy, and the friends that I enjoy, you know. That's my network. They are positivity. They are, their encouragement, you know. And so those are the only, I would have no reason to be upset. I would have no reason to be angry, you know. But I am now. I am upset and I am angry because I don't get to spend time with the people I love. I get to be involved with people I want nothing to do with anymore. Specifically, nothing to do with anymore. And it's because they do not reflect what I find to make a decent person. Lying because you can, manipulating things because you can. It's just, it's so disgusting. And I get to face it every time I think about them. And it's like, I don't want to do this with you anymore. Like you are from the time that you said, oh, let me continue, let me escalate this beyond where we even are right now. That's something you chose to do to me. And you did it because it was your intention and you wanted to. You're not a nice person. I don't want to deal with you. You're not a nice company, at least not to me. I don't want to deal with you anymore. You've hired people to effectively lie for you, to maintain that whatever happened to me, what happened to me deserved to happen to me. And if you looked in the mirror at all, you would be able to say, damn, that would suck if that happened to me. You're desperate and you desire to protect yourself. you know? So I get it. I understand why you've done everything you've done, but you didn't have to do it to me. I am undeserving for it to have happened to me. And the idea that it was for money, you know, like the reason I'm being put through all of this shit is to save a few bucks is disgusting. In a way, you're making we're seeing how you spend your money. Innovation and the thorough harassment of your employees for simply wanting a safe work environment. That stuff hits me hard, really, really hard, you know? I'm redoing all of this, right? I say all of that to say that with this series, I'm getting everything off of my chest from a present point of view based on the information and data that I have. I decided to put music on because it helps me calm down a little bit because I'm upset. But I'm not going to be upset anymore because I'm letting all of this go, you know. The fighting with the company, you figure they still have a couple weeks to respond, and they're not going to settle with me. So in a way, they get to continuously keep me in this torture chamber of lies and deceit and dishonesty simply because they can afford to do it. And when you consider I have presented any number to them, you know, to just settle this matter because I don't want to be in court, that's exactly what they find themselves doing to me. Using the legal system to abuse me because they could afford to do it. It's ugly. It's so ugly, you know? And I get to be a part of it because that is their intention. Defame me, slander me, like, because you could not have looked at yourself in the mirror. It's so sad, you know? It's just sad. And it's not like, listen, if it's so hard for you to tell the truth, just make amends. Apologize. That's what, for as long as I can think, I've said, just apologize. And pay whatever the going rate would have been to just settle this matter and for me to go out into my life and do everything I wanted to do. I deserve that, right? After the experience that you know that you're putting me through. That you continue to put me through at this point. It's all I've ever wanted was fairness. And they're doing everything in their can to say everything in their power to say no. No, you don't get the fair work environment that we promise to give our employees. No, you don't get a monetary settlement for our actions contributing to your permanent disability. It's your own fault that you have to use your own disability right now for something you didn't even do, when anything can happen to me at any given time. It's hard. You're only my damage is real. It is present. And that's why all of the time I just stop. I stop dealing with, like, I stop dealing with it because it's too much. Why is this not bullying? Why is this not a mob? Why is this not... Why are the people that's supposed to be stopping this not stopping it? Why are the people who have been hired to do the jobs that they have to do not doing them? And I know that may sound strange, it may sound weird, but again, this has grown exponentially. You know? Like, it has grown exponentially. And that's it right there. All of this is too much for me. And the only way that I'm going to be able to get this to stop happening to me is to address it in a way where if they don't hear it, other people will hear it. If they don't see it, other people will see it. Because look at how much responsibility you have to run a company, and you don't know that what you're doing is the wrong thing to do. What would stop you from doing everything that's been done to me to any other employee? Who's to say you haven't? That's where I am. That is the horror that I experience, because I still have, I don't know if they left, but I've had friends that still continue to work there. I just, I don't want to deal with these people anymore. But I have tried everything. I know to not talk about this anymore, to move on with my life, for them to just settle this matter. But if they were going to, they would have, right? If it was on their heart to let me go and allow me to be free, to live my life the way how I can, based on everything that happened to me, that they are responsible for. If it was on their heart to do, they would have done it. But it isn't. It's to continue to fight me, to see what I'm gonna do, to keep all of this just continuously going until it takes everything that I am. Because what I've already lost, right? That I'm never getting back. I'm never getting my time back. I'm never getting the opportunity to hang out with my cousin again. I'm never getting the opportunity to hang out with my dad again. I'm never going to be able to hang out with my uncle again, with friends and people that I did not have the privilege to still hold on to. their actions caused that. And they want to fight me about it. They want to fight me about it. It's crazy, right? Like it's really crazy. Really crazy. For me, anyway. Really crazy for me. This is what it feels like for me, you know? This may come out to be like a rant video. I am publishing this. I am posting it. But this is where I am all the time, because I don't just have it to give somebody else. I don't have a lawyer. I don't have the support that I need. I'm doing this myself, and even now, my watch is, oh, I don't even have my watch on. It would be telling me, you seem to be stressed. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is where I am. This is how I feel. I wish I didn't. I wish the amount of trauma I went through didn't change me, but it did. It has. And the person I used to be is gone. I don't believe in things anymore. I don't trust like I used to before. I just you can't heal in the same place that you were damaged, right? I am still in the state of mind where you can have everything that happened to me, or, you know, when I'm talking to myself, it's like, what I can expect what happened to me to happen anywhere else I go. And that's been hard, right? Because there's a lot of ways to make money these days, and I just don't want to do that. You know, I worked at a job because that's what I wanted to do. And now I can't just do that, because bro, the stuff is the same, you know? Like, the training materials don't work, and you have people who train who say, oh, this is the first time that it's happened, and either they're telling the truth and they just don't do a review of materials before orientation starts, or bro, I've been in a training where we were left to do quizzes and stuff for the first couple of hours because there was a time zone difference. So because we were up earlier, we did like the tests and stuff like that, and then we had like a training class after. Bro, some of the answers weren't making sense. And by the time, so 4 hours, we're studying, doing quests, failing the test and shit like that, and come to find out that the system is denying the right answers. So we're not even getting trained on what we need to. We're spending 4 hours of the day being told that we're wrong, even though we're right. And that, believe it or not, is more damaging than just not knowing the information prior. Or at least it was to me. That shit was stressful. Right? But you have to deal with a company's bullshit in order to make the money. Why can't it just run right? And having been in supervisory and managerial positions, it's like, this is what needs to happen here, but there are a lot of excuses. And so we're running suboptimally. We're running suboptimally by design. And so in that way, now that I'm faced with these legal issues, you know, did everyone already know this in this country? You know, like is the reason that a lot of Americans say they hate America, they don't, it's like, is this the stuff that they're facing? That like, Jesus, you know? Or if I have to move, I'll move, you know? Like, now that I know, now that I see, now that I experience, you know? I don't want to be here anymore. Because what happened to me, happened to me. It could happen to me anywhere. And the reason I can believe that is because one of the first things people have said to me regarding this experience is that they had something like that happen to. So nowhere feels safe to be. And I know for a fact the safe place to be ain't there. It ain't to be dealing with you know what I mean? Like, my safe place is not to be near people who would so intentionally and thoroughly damage me because they wanted to. This is the shit that, like, I'm going through all of this because people desired for it to happen to me. That shit is, it is so crazy. I think this is more thoughtful and therapeutic to my experience to give an accurate account. Yeah, I'm big mad. But no, like, if these recordings do nothing other than validate my feelings, you know, and get other people to understand me, where I am, what I hope to do, anything that would allow me to anything that would allow a people to understand where I'm coming from and have it for me. Because more often than not, I have it for other people. I ask, well, why did you do that? You know, and people will go, they get defensive, you know, and I just want to know, like, I want to know what was the thought process that allowed you to arrive here, you know. But people try to hide that. They lie. They do, like, listen, again, I have been in scenarios where I did not want to take blame for something, even though it was my fault. You still gotta eat it though. Life has humbled me so much that at the time I hated it, but like, I think that's what makes it possible for me to get up and keep going. Because it isn't that I've experienced worse. It's that I've experienced enough. I experienced enough to get up and keep trying. And to create the life I want for myself. From the ashes, you know? I think this is a good first episode for like the podcast and like going forward in my life. Right now, as I'm recording this, this is all the stuff that, this is all the stuff, you know? And I want to let it all go. I don't want to be angry anymore. I don't want to be upset anymore. Actually, that's just it. I don't want to be in a negative state of mind or a negative environment anymore. I'm letting all of this go. Because if justice happens for me, great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I know that regardless of either, I still have a life that I would like to live. And if possible, to be around the people who love me. Thank you so much for listening this time. My next episode will be, it may be right after I press end. I'm giving myself like 30 minutes, you know. I was saying 10, but it's 30 minutes feels okay. But yeah, man, thank you for listening. Thank you for being present for me. I really appreciate that so much. I want you to take care. I want you to be safe. And until I see, no wait, you see me. Until we meet again. Yeah, until we meet again. Please be well and please be safe. Peace.